We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On 2, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here we go, here we go.
On the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And out across midfield down to the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game.
On 1, ready?
3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a big tight end in motion right.
12, 12.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. To Higgins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Prescott. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
11 Thomas.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Burrow on play action. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balazs.
Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle.
Here we go.
You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Here we go.
First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the stronger safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, I'm not the free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. An option hit off here to Mixon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the 17, Burrow. This is caught, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. The Cowboys had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. This is caught by Hilton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On play action, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's got room. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they go play action now. Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, 42 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. At the 23, it's second and 12. Prescott now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Here we go, here we go.
Bengals drive about to get going.
12.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
1-1, ready?
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. 11. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
McPherson's kick is good. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And it's a fumble. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good play. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the thinking there, because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. His pass completes a Pollard on the out route. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TV.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic?
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Cheataway to Louisier with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really eliminate them. Not cool.
Down right around the 25.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
Here we go.
But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Prescott. He's got it to Hilton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Prescott on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Back into the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone.
On 1, ready?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Here we go.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
46.
To throw is Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Gun.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
11.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll indeed take a knee.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati